Hey guys, this is Keith with KJE Aquatics, and today I'm just doing a live pop up, and we're going to talk a little bit about botanicals if you want to. I just want to go over um, basically probably one of my most popular items, which is the Pod Ditty right here. This is a nice collection of botanicals that we curated, put it in one kit, one bag, and we market it and sell it. And it probably is one of my best sellers here. I wish it was a super bestseller, but here's what it is. We sell a decent amount of these, and so far for the price and what you get in this bag, I haven't had any complaints, which is pretty good. So I just wanted to do a quick pop up. I just wanted to mention that we have a huge sale going on right now on all botanicals, not just this bag, but everything. So if you want to buy this stuff individually or other stuff that's not in this bag, if you go to our website kjeaquatics.com, use coupon code botanical20, you're going to get 20% off all botanicals. And our selection is second to none, and our price is probably the best. Um, it pretty much is the best anywhere in the aquarium hobby. But if you want to go over to other hobbies and check out, because this stuff goes into people that keep terrariums, paludariums, vivariums. They all use this stuff. So if you're keeping reptiles, other amphibians, such as dart frogs, huge um, users of botanicals. So great price, great product, and again, I was just going to go over what's in this bag. So, anyways, good morning to you guys. Again, this is a quick pop up, so I might stay here for a while depending on the interaction I get with you guys, or I might just cut it short. Bridget, what's happening? Um, Let me see. I'm just scrolling right now, just using my iPhone. So, Miss Jenna P, good morning. Mr. Jeff, good morning. Mr. Steven, good morning. Bridget, I said hello. Benoski, what's happening? And my favorite fish fan member, Mateo, Liquid Zoo. Stop streaming so early. Get your ass up, Matt. This is not early for me. I've been up since 5 o'clock. So, anyways, I got 13 people here, but so I grabbed just a random bag of botanical um, the botanical pod ditty, and I'm gonna dump it out. This stuff is all natural, so if you get a bigger one of these or a smaller one of these, sorry about it, because they're all natural. Nothing is cookie cutter, um, and a lot of times I put in extras. Okay, so if you go on the website, it's going to tell you get one of these, two of these, five of these. And if you look in the bag, and if you're really anal about it and you count it out, you're going to get more stuff, and you might see stuff that's in the bag that is not listed in the description on the website, which is okay. Don't freak out. Um, so, anyways, I'm going to open these bags. And another thing, I don't seal these bags. So, I used to. I buy these. I buy these bags. They're actually not expensive, or they're not cheap. Sorry. I buy these bags, and I used to heat seal them because you can, but I quit heat sealing them just because of. Uh, let me put it this way. I'm a Republican hippie. All right. So that's an oxymoron, but you can reuse it. All right. So I quit heat sealing them. I just seal it with the zipper seal, and that's it. So I'm just reading chat right now. Can of steel. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's right. Always 5 o'clock somewhere. And I'm scrolling up. Frogs fishing more. Hello. And David. Hello. But anyways, let's get into what's in this in here. So I actually just got a cat food box here. I'm gonna dump it out. And I didn't used to, so if you get a bag without instructions, it's easily to Google. But I started putting just a brief. Well, it's a one page, but it kind of just tells you what botanicals are about and a little bit how to use them, how to cure them. So that's in the bag. And we'll go with the first item. This is a bale pod. Check these out. Super cool. Easily used for betas, however you want to say it. There's two ways. Tomato, and can be used for apistogrammas, pelvichromis. If you don't know what pelvichromis is, those are also known as cribenzins. Many fish will use this for breeding and hiding, and you shrimp keepers, the shrimp will absolutely love this as well. So this is the bale pod. You're going to get one of these. Next up, and I'll just do the onesies. This is a sterculia pod, and they're going to come like either fully open, it's how they dry, or they might come where they're a little bit closed more. But this is a sterculia pod. Very similar in use to the bale pod. Shrimp absolutely love these. They really do. And betas. I'll say it both ways from now on so I don't offend anybody. But betas will really love these. And like I said before, shrimp. Okay? And one thing, all of these are going to release tannins. The tannins are basically the tannic acid that's being released as the plant material is breaking down. So basically decaying, right? They offer so many things to the fish, to the water quality and such. And next up is you're going to get 5 of these, which is Arjuna pods. These look like little space pods. So nothing special about them. They just look cool. And the biggest thing about botanicals for me is the aesthetics of it. So how it makes your tank look. It's going to make it look natural. And everybody has their own preferences on keeping a tank. I personally like the natural look. But if you want to keep, plastic ships and pink gravel and fake plants, that's totally fine. I'm not dogging on you at all. So if you're here, don't get offended. I just personally like the natural look, and I try to instill that with my customer base. So I'm not pushing, pink or blue or nasty colored gravel, whatever it is. The funny thing about that, talking about gravel color, if when you're in my fish room, you're going to see some blue gravel, you're going to see some red gravel, and I want to see maybe some green gravel. Those are bags of gravel that I got like really, really cheap at club auctions, and I use them in my tanks in the fish room. My fish room is not a showroom, so I really don't give a frig. They're not set up for the aesthetics. They're set up for the work, right? All right, so we got Arjuna, we got Sterculia, and we got the bale pods. Let me see what else is in this box. Next up is Triangle Pod. All right, this is just a cool, really woody piece. Don't know a whole lot to say about it except it looks really cool, and shrimp are gonna love it. And the aesthetics of it in your tank, or multiple pieces of this, are really nice looking. So that's a triangle pot. You'll get one of those. I said you was gonna get 5 of the Arjuna. All right. And then next up, this is probably my favorite overall botanical, and you're gonna get 5 of these. This is the jacaranda pod. These come from South America, usually around Brazil, but I really like jacaranda pods because they last a long time. They're really woody. Um, I'll show. They look like a leaf. So they look like a small leaf. If you could see like the ripples in this one. This one has some really cool looks. But they're woody, meaning they're thick. All right, they're thick like Matt's head, so they're gonna last a long time. And the thing with botanicals is they're all gonna break down. Even your driftwood. Driftwoods are another botanical. Um, People don't think of them as a botanical, but they are. The has the as sorry tongue tied as the word botanical relates to the aquarium hobby, basically it means dead plant matter. All right, that's how it relates to what we all do here. It's just dead plants, so stuff that falls off a tree, basically. All right, and man, look at these mods go. Hopefully, I get a sale out of this. But you guys that are mods for me, I know you guys are doing it. This is for free, and it's much appreciated. It really is. So hopefully we can get some more people in here. And yes, I'm kind of doing this for sales. That's the whole name of the game of what KJE is. I'm a business. I'm a hobbyist, but I'm a business. So and this is my full time job. So I have to make money. So, anyways, next up is, while I got it in my hand, I call these Laffy Pods, and they're also known as, if I pronounce it right, Mohaka Pods. But it's just another real thick, woody pod. A lot of times, these are curled up when they're dried. They'll open up some as they get wet. Absolutely wonderful pod for shrimp and pretty much everything else. But shrimp really like these. All of these botanicals are excellent for shrimp, regardless of what they are. Right? So these are Laffy pods on the website, but I'm out of stock. I'm out of stock of these on the website, except I have them in the Botanical Pod Ditties. All right. So as of this moment, you can get the Laffy pods in the Botanical Pod Ditty. Right. So far, and then the other stuff that I've shown so far is available. But I'll go ahead and get to another one that, as of right now, is only available in the Pod Ditty if you buy the bag, and then that's these pear pods. Okay, really cool pear pods. So you'll get 5 of these, and they get their name because that's sorry. That's what they look like. So they'll come together as a full piece, but they always break apart, so they actually look like a pear. The reason that they're only available in the Pod Ditty, because I ran out of stock, um, as far as selling it more in bulk. And some of these things, they're seasonal, and some can be hard to source. So, with that being said, the Botanical Pod Ditty, and I'll change it on the website. If I run out of a certain item, I will update the website as far as what's going to be in the bag. But as of right now, if you go to the website kjeaquatics.com, search Botanical Pod Ditty bag, or Botanical Pod Ditty, it's going to be listed, and you're going to see what's in the bag. So If it says one of these, 5 of these, that's what's in the bag, but there's usually more of certain items. Okay? All right. Next up is one of my favorites. These are probably the most concentrated as far as um, the tannins. These are twisty pods. All right. These are like super concentrated, way more than alder cones, way more than birch cones, way more than casuarina cones. If you're looking to darken the water up, this is what you really, really want. Plus, they look really cool. They're just a helical shape seed pod, and these are called twisty pods. So I sent some of these to Gary Lang, and he absolutely loved them. If you don't know who Gary Lang is, he is he's like world renowned with rainbows. So again, and I have an article on my website. If you go on my website and then you look for blog posts, Gary wrote an article and he talked about these that I sent him, so you could see more. Gary's like real scientific. I'm not. I'm just a dummy. But Gary's pretty scientific, so he put in some some data that you know that he discovered as he was using these. So if you're interested in that, go to the website, look up the blog posts, and you could see what we wrote. And then always there's a few freebies. Some bags have different stuff. Again, I just grabbed a random one, but this one has banana stems. Banana stems are one of the best botanicals for shrimp, 100%. They're going to grow a ton of biofilm. So if you buy banana stems from us, and they're available on the website, but if you buy banana stems from us and they fungus up and they look absolutely nasty, that's the good stuff about them. So your shrimp are going to fall in love with banana stems. All right. They look like a little tree stem with mushrooms growing on them. So the aesthetics of these are pretty cool. They will grow a lot of biofilm. So I'm just giving you a heads up, but that's kind of what you want them for. And then if you guys are looking for any type of leaves, it's not in this kit or in this assortment, but we have Indian almond leaves. I have and I'm just going off memory, so if I miss something, forgive me. But I have Indian almond leaves. I have jackfruit. I have mangrove. Mangrove is another really, really good food source actually for your shrimp, whether it be any type of shrimp. I also have cocoa, right? Comes off of the not the cocaine leaves. They're the ones off the cocoa trees, which is where you get your. I get the pods and the leaves. That's where you get your chocolate from. What else I got? I got cashew leaves, and you guys hopefully you know what a cashew is. All right, so I have the leaves from the cashews, and I have. I said jackfruit. I have guava. I have mangrove, but I think I'm out of stock right now on mangrove. And I forget what else I have. I think that's all I have for leaves, but it's actually a pretty good assortment. But that's what I got. I just want to show off when people. Sorry about the shade. We're sitting outside, but I just wanted to show what you kind of get in a botanical pod ditty. The price point is $8 and some change online. Um, use the coupon code right now, botanical20. You're going to get 20% off all botanicals. So take 20% off the price that you see on the website right now, and that's actually really, really cheap. I'm not going to lie. These bags right here, just this bag, cost me 35 cents, and then just this sticker cost about 40 cents. So there's money just in the packaging. So that's just being transparent, letting you know. And people think that doesn't add up, but buy 1,000 of these, buy 1,000 of these, and see if you like the bill. It's is what it is. It's part of business, but that's what I got. And I wasn't reading chat while I was talking about this stuff, and now I'm gonna scroll through chat and let's see if I got any questions. So I'm scrolling up. I see the mods are kicking butt. I love you guys. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, hello. I said hi to Mr. Steven. I think Chris Kennedy, hello. Thanks for watching from work. Hope you don't get in trouble. Frogs, Fish, and More, hello. Liquid Zoo says I'm a psychopath, and I am sometimes. I know I'm an a-hole. And fishfam.link, hello. Coral Works, what's up? And do I have the fruit of the cashew? I do not. I just have the leaves, and that's it. Do you drop them in the water, or do they need to be boiled? Frogs, Fish, and More, I suggest that you boil all natural products, minus driftwood. Um, Driftwood, I'm not a big proponent of boiling it. Soaking it, yes. And soaking it and rinsing it in tap, yes. But boiling wood, not so much. With botanicals, I suggest, and I have it written. Like I said, I didn't start putting the instructions in all the little bags, but the Botanical Pod Ditty, I did just a brief write-up. And we suggest, I'm just reading this paragraph right here, that we suggest boiling them in tap for 10 to 15 minutes. Let them cool down, and then rinse them back in tap, and then put them in your tank. If you're anal about rinsing stuff and having tap water touch stuff before it goes into your tank, then rinse it with the chlorinated water. So boil it for 10 to 15 minutes in your tap. Drain it, let it cool down, because it's gonna be hot. So don't touch it. All right. I don't want anybody suing me for like hot McDonald's coffee. So let it cool down, and then rinse it again, and then put it in your tank. What's up, Rico? So that's what I suggest. All right. Don't boil it too long. So don't go crazy and boil this stuff for hours and hours, because you're break when you the heat. That's why I don't say boil driftwood too much, because you're actually breaking the fibers down of the plant matter, and it reduces the life of your leaves or your pods, whatever it is. But a lot of these botanicals, I source them from South America. I source them from West Africa. I source them from Southeast Asia. So they come across the ocean. They're sitting in a ship. They might have, I'm just going to be point blank, they might have rat piss on them. I don't know. So, yes, at least boil them for a short amount of time, and then let it cool down, and then rinse it again before you put it back in your tank. So that's what I say. They're all going to release tannins. So if you guys are afraid of darkening your water, um, don't let that keep you. Don't let that keep you from using botanicals, because these are 100% natural decorations. The aesthetics of them are beautiful. But if you don't like the tea stain, the tanning of the water, you could always run a few products that will help strip that. Um, Activated carbon. So I usually don't use activated carbon, but activated carbon is going to help remove some of the tannins from the water. Another product is Sechem Purigen. I'm not a big Sechem fan, but Sechem Purigen will help. And another product that works extremely well is Fritz Aquatics Max Out Pro. Again, that's on the website too. So if you want to look up Fritz Aquatics Max Out Pro, um, that will work, right? And the way you use like carbon, Purigen, or Max Out, you're gonna it needs flow across it, so you can't just like drop that in your tank. You're gonna need flow across it. So you could put it in your HOB. You could put it in if you're running sponge filters only, you're gonna have to get a corner filter or a box filter. But you could put the bag of the resin in that, and it's gonna work. Or you could drop that in your canister filter, and it's gonna help remove the tannins. But I actually love the tannins. And then another thing, my buddy Tim brought this up because I actually have a talk, and I printed the paper. Hold on. I printed it because I was going to talk about that. One more minute. Be right back. My buddy Tim had mentioned that some people are afraid of using tannins if they have, or if they're afraid of using botanicals if they have fish that need harder water. From my experience, the botanicals are not going to drop the pH that much unless you overload it like a lot, and it's not going to drop the hardness a lot. You're going to get the aesthetics of the botanicals, and you're going to get the aesthetics of the coloring of the water. But unless you like dump like a whole bunch in the tank, it's not really going to affect the pH enough to be significant, or the hardness. But if you're worried about that and you really like the look of these, and let's say you're a guppy keeper, or you're a keeper of fish from the Rift Lakes of Africa. I don't want to say African cichlids because I hate that friggin' term. But if you're a keeper of fish from the Rift Lakes of Africa, which is normally high pH, harder water, you can use a argonite substrate, or you could use like crushed coral in the tank, and it kind of counters what these do to the water chemistry, which is this is gonna lower the pH and the hardness a little bit, whereas the crushed coral or the aragonite is gonna help raise that a little bit. So you can kind of battle each other. So that's what I got to say about that. Oh, Steven, yeah, a lot of people just plop and drop, put them in their tank, and it can be perfectly fine. But for just the benefit of everybody, I suggest that you just boil them. Just it keeps me out of trouble. I don't want somebody to drop something in their tank and then they blame me for whatever. I've been blamed for causing a snail infestation, um, when I told the people that the plants may have hitchhikers, but then they come back at me and they yell at me saying they got snails in their tank. That's whatever. So, um, anyways, if you guys are in the Danbury Area Aquarium Society, which is Danbury, Connecticut, they have a meeting, and they actually don't meet in Danbury. They meet in Carmel, New York, so it's actually closer to me. I talked about this on the last pop-up I did. But their meeting is this Friday at 7:30 p.m., and yours truly is going to be speaking there on botanicals. My subject is the what, why, and where of botanicals, exploring the benefits of using botanicals in your aquarium. So that's what I'll be talking about. If you go on our website, again, there's some blog posts. I wrote something up, I don't know, months ago, and I put it on there, and it's kind of like an outline of what my talk's going to be about. But I go a little bit more into depth um, on botanicals. I'm far from an expert. I sell the stuff and I use the stuff and I try to and I love the stuff. So with that, when I do my talks, I try to bring my love of the hobby to the people, right? But again, I do sell the stuff, so full disclosure, we sell stuff here and it's part of the business. But there's a zillion other people that sell stuff too. So, hopefully you guys show me a little love and buy some stuff here. If you don't and you go somewhere else, that's good too. So is what it is. But I do offer you guys a discount code specifically on botanicals, and then I offer some certain channels specific codes. And I know right now, Foxy has a code. Jason has a code on Depths Unknown. Um, Tim has a code on Crypt Creeper, and Michael from Michael's Fish Room has a code on his. So their codes work on all products, not just botanicals. So, but if you want the best deal on just botanicals, you're going to get it right now. Botanical 20 for the coupon code on the website KJE Aquatics. So hopefully I try to sell a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here. But obviously, if you guys have questions, I'm sitting here. This is live. This is not recorded. So um, if you guys want to ask me any questions, don't even have to be on botanicals. You know. So I see something else I had in the box that's not on the list. And then these are curvy pods. These are actually pretty cool. They will flatten out once they get in the tank. Um, but this is not on the list as of this moment. But uh, again, I do throw some random stuff in the bags. But what you see on the website listed under the Pod Ditty assortment is what's going to be in the bag, plus maybe some more. But Rico said, ah, Rico, I'm about right there too. Um, another thing, and this is just a shout out because it's coming up real soon. If you guys, Rico, you might you might want to take a trip out there. But the National Chicken Wing Festival is Labor Day weekend in Buffalo, New York. It's actually at Orchard Park, so it's at the Buffalo Bills Stadium. But yours truly is was selected to compete in the Atomic Wing Eating Contest. So I'll be up on the main stage Sunday afternoon. I have to check in at 3 p.m. and the contest starts at 3:30. Jake, my older boy, some of you guys might have met him online during the ACA, but he's going to be filming it. So I'll definitely have some proof that my fat ass is up there trying to compete. Again, it's amateur, it's not professional, but it's chicken wings, triple X heat level, and I'm gonna try to do my best to represent. So Sunday, I forget what the date it is. I think it's the Sunday before Labor Day. I think it's the 3rd, so September 3rd, I believe. At 3:30 is when the contest starts at Orchard Park, Buffalo Bills Stadium. Yours truly. Fuck yeah. So, yep. Heck yeah. I usually go, um, and prior to going, you have to submit for the contests. You have to fill out an online form saying, who you are, where you live at, why you want to compete. And I've been doing that for years. And then they just select because they can only pick so many people. And I don't know how they select. I'm not there, but I've done it for several years and was never selected except this year. And then I got an email saying I was selected. And then I was like, oh shit, I might regret this. But it is what it is. I'm going to friggin' do it. So, and Matt says, watch my mouth. Yeah, sorry, I do cuss. No one was there to hold Matt's ears. Okay. What's up, Craig? Thanks for joining. Um, okay. I just ordered. Oh, huge thank you, Mr. Steven. I just ordered the Pod Ditty cones and alder cones and banana stems. Sweet. I'll get those out tomorrow. I don't even know what time it is today. I really don't. I know it's after my scheduled time, so it's after afternoon. But I may have time to get them out today. We'll see. If not, I'll definitely get them out tomorrow. And they're already dead, so there's no risk in shipping them. So that's the good thing about botanicals. So when I order these, I source these from overseas. Again, like I said, I get them from West Africa. I got sources in West Africa, Southeast Asia, and whatnot. They're dead. So when I order them, sometimes they're in transit for literally months. I really don't care, just as long as I get them. So I try to anticipate the need when I order them, so I don't overstock. Um, so what's up, Jimmy P? I did get a special buy on um, lotus pods, so you could check out the website for lotus pods because again, I got way more botanicals than what's in this bag. This isn't the only botanicals we stock. I have coconut shells, I have lotus pods, cocoa pods, palm pods, all different types of leaves. They all don't fit in this one little bag. Um, but I got a special buy on lotus pods and bought a ton of them. And then I also bought a ton of these twisty pods. So I bought 58 pounds of these. 58 pounds is a huge amount. So, because these don't weigh much. This isn't even an ounce. So, I bought 58 pounds of just these. That's a friggin' lot. That's kind of why I'm doing the sale, because I have an overabundance and I'm just passing on the savings. So, what's up, Robert? The Nano Aquarium guy, hello. See some more people popping in here. Yeah, you're right. Matt, shut your ears. And okay, that's what I got. You guys have any questions on botanicals? Kind of, there. I get this question sometimes. What botanical is the best? There really is no best. It's on aesthetics. Some last longer than others because of I call it the woodiness, the firmness, how hard they are. So if it's a soft botanical such as leaves, they're not going to last as long. If it's a harder botanical such as jacaranda pods or say sterculia pods, they're more woody. These are going to last much longer. Another botanical that you guys are like most of you guys, because I recognize most of the names, but most all of you guys should be uh, familiar with cholla or chala wood, however you want to say it. Um, I stock that too, but I don't have a source currently. And this is no joke. I used to have a good source. It's chala wood is the root wood, the remnants of cactus, and it's commonly found like in Southwest United States, in Arizona, in New Mexico especially. I had a source that was great that would collect it, cut it, ship it to me for a good price, where I could offer it to the customer at a good price. And that dude just like fucking, he just disappeared. I don't know if he was a meth head and he got caught up with Walter White. I have no idea. But I tried to reorder and it's my source is gone. The other sources that I tried to get some from, they just want way too much money for it, so it makes no sense. If I'm gonna buy it wholesale, what everybody's retailing it for makes no sense. So that's why I don't have that on the website, or that's why it's out of stock on the website, because I lost my source. So if any of you guys are in Arizona or New Mexico and you want to start a wholesale business of chala, just hit me up because I'll buy it from you guys. Uh, Choya, okay, it's chala choya, chulo. I don't know, but let's see. What's up, Mexicali and the Zen Ginger? That's two new names that are in here. I'm just scrolling up right now, and let's see. Until when is the sale? The Nano Aquarium guy, I put the sale, I believe, until the end of the month. If it's changed, hit me up, let me know, and I could always adjust the sale. But I put it to the end of the month because I'm doing the talk. I'm doing this talk. See this cheesy head? I posted it on. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I posted this on Facebook. Um, I might do it on the YouTube community page, but you could see this post. I printed it just so I had the information, but you could see this idiot on my Facebook page. Um, but I had the sale going before they asked me to talk, and then so I just extended it because this talk is this Friday on the 25th. So I kept it going in case people at the club wanted to buy stuff too. So, and I also give local clubs when I go to local fish clubs, and I go to many, they always get a discount. So whether it be Danbury Aquarium Society, Bucks County, um, New England Cichlid Association, Pioneer Valley Aquarium Society, you name it, Norwalk Aquarium Society, I give them a club discount. So again, um, I'll just reiterate. I try to give back to those that give to me. So one hand washes the other, if you know that term. So Zen's gonna call it chula. I call it chola, but I'm a retard too. So maybe that's not a good word to use, but I'm not that smart. So and Mexicali, hello. He says our swap meets have them everywhere and dirt cheap compared to the aquatic industry. I'm assuming you're talking about chola or chala. Yeah, Rico. Rico, I used to live in California. I grew up in California, and one thing that's like super high priced right now in the aquarium hobby, got real popular, is manzanita wood. And where I grew up in California, I had manzanita bushes, trees. They're low growing shrubs, but I had them all over our property. And knowing what I know now, I could have made a decent chunk of change just on manzanita. So you never know. And I guarantee it wasn't popular back then because my mom and dad were keeping fish back then, and we didn't have all that stuff in the hobby. We barely had plants. Back when I was a little kid, from just remembering, which is kind of hard to do, we had anacharis, we had banana plants, and we had hornwort, and I think maybe some type of Vallisneria. I don't know which one it was, but I think that's the only live plants that I could remember. I know we had banana plants, and I know we had Anacris and hornwort for sure. So, but that was a long time ago. And I think I'm all cut up on chat. So, if you guys got anything else, and if you want to make more of my pronunciation of certain words, I'm all for it. I'm easy to get along with. Usually, I can't be a dick. So, but yeah, if if you're if you're in Connecticut, um, New York, or even Eastern Pennsylvania, you know, hit up the Talk Friday night in Carmel, New York. It starts at 7:30 in Carmel. You can check my page on Facebook. I'm gonna post this because I know some of you guys don't use Facebook, which is fine. I'll post this little picture right here on my YouTube community, but I have it on my business page already on Facebook, but I'll post it on YouTube community. I know a lot of you guys are way far out, but if anybody's watching this that's lurking or comes in, you know, at least they know about it. So, and Liquid Zoo's messing with me again. And Jeff, yeah, hey Jeff, you get in with the clubs up there, and they're looking for speakers because I know a lot of clubs nationwide they invite speakers in. So I'm not opposed to traveling. I'm also speaking at. So I'm doing this talk this Friday for Danbury. I'm doing a talk October 1st, I think the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, I forget. But Pioneer Valley Aquarium Society, which meets in Chicopee, Massachusetts. It's not too far. And then I'm going to be talking at the Cichlid Club of York in February, weather permitting. So we'll see how the weather is in February on that date. So um, so those are 3 talks that I have written down on the book for now, and I'm not opposed to speaking anywhere else if I'm invited and it fits in the schedule. So what else I have coming up on the schedule besides this? You guys all know Keystone Clash. Keystone Clash coming up the end of February. Someone in the so Ahmad can throw up the link for that, but I think everybody that's here already has probably been beaten the head with the Keystone Clash, but you can throw that up. I'm also doing the Ohio Cichlid Association annual extravaganza. That's the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I'll be doing that. I'll be in Ohio, but for Ohio, I'll be there representing Fritz Aquatics again. So I won't be there as KJE Aquatics. I'll be there as Fritz Aquatics. So, and I see the chat's jumping. So let me see. I think you should all move to the West Coast. Hang out with you all. I grew up on the West Coast, Mexicali. I told you that a stream or two ago. But I guarantee you I don't miss it. And I'm not a lover of New York. I actually despise New York. But I would never move back to California. And that's not against the people that are there. It is against how the state is ran by the government. It is so ridiculous. I won't even talk about it anymore. Jeff Kane said he's a member of the Madison Club, but it's a day trip to an overnight for me. But Jeff, I'll talk to. I'll actually mention to them that I can come speak, but they have to. They got to cover travel expense. I'm not looking for compensation except to cover travel expense. So some clubs do that. It depends on how much they got in the kitty. Because I know a couple of my clubs, New England Cichlid Association. I don't do the treasury. I'm not on the board, but we've brought people in from Europe before, and I know that cost a little bit of money. So I'll talk to Madison, see if they would be interested. Because I definitely, honestly, if you guys never been to Wisconsin, and nobody paid me to say this, but if Wisconsin didn't get as much or more snow than I get in New York, I would 100% consider moving there, because just the short time I was there, I really liked it. My son Jake liked it. Um, the Madison area, everybody was cool, man. They really were. The, the hotel staff was outstanding. The people down the street at the McDonald's were like friendly and just nice people. I really liked Wisconsin. So, um, and then Jeff said he's going to look into the Green Bay Club. Okay, yeah, Jeff. I don't have where I'm at talking about local fish clubs. I don't have one in my area. I don't. The Albany, New York area is huge, but the aquatic community is tiny, and actually a lot of them are they're. I don't want to dog anybody, but it's not the greatest. So I'll just leave it at that. But we don't have a club. We've tried in the past, and it's just like the community don't support it, so it's not even worth my time anymore. But all the clubs I go to are usually, most of them are within 2 hours. And 2 hours to me in a car is not anything anymore. I jump in 2 hours in a car, and it's like driving down to the corner market. Um, so I go into Massachusetts, I go down into Connecticut, I go into Pennsylvania, and there's other clubs. Connecticut has, and I'm counting Danbury, even though it meets in Carmel, New York. But we have Danbury, we have Norwalk Aquarium Society, and the New England Cichlid Association. Even though it has the New England name, typically um, our club meetings, and that's basically my home club. But our club meetings are in Middleton, Connecticut, which is 2 hours. So I drive to a lot of the clubs. So, and like Bucks County, I went to Bucks County just recently, and I fell in love with that club. And that club's a little over 3 hours, um, but it's not that bad if you hit the traffic right. Where it's located, it's just outside of Philadelphia, so you might hit some crappy Jersey traffic getting there. Um, but I went like way early, and I didn't really hit any traffic when I went to their event. So that's Bucks County is not a day trip for me. I look at it as like an overnight trip. But I'm speaking at the Carmel, New York. That's a little over 2 hours, but the club offered they offered to pay for a hotel overnight. So because I'll get done probably about 10 o'clock at night. So I took them up on that, so I just don't have to drive home late because it's a little over 2 hours. So I'll do the talk. I'll go to dinner, do the talk, go to the hotel that they paid for, and then get up early and drive back. So that's what I got to say about that. But we're right at about an hour, so I think I rambled a lot. You guys have any more questions on the subject? These look like a booty. That's what they remind me of. That's a booty pod. I should name it that, but probably not good for sales. I'm gonna have to smell it, see if it smells like it. But anyways, let me scroll up real quick. Yep, there's the, if you guys don't know, and I think everybody here does know, Keystone Clash. Clash holes represent. Yep. So, and then, yeah, Frogs Fishing More. I will definitely see you at CCY. Hopefully, hopefully the weather is friendly, because that's unpredictable. Obviously, we're in the Northeast, so you can never predict the weather. But I do drive a Subaru, so I'm not afraid of the snow as long as it's not Buffalo-like. So, what's up, Geek Boy? And if you guys ever been to Buffalo in a snowstorm, you'll know what Buffalo-like is. It's nothing you ever seen before. It's like fucking madness. So. And Jeff says Madison doesn't get the snow we get up north. I bet you they still get. They probably get as much, if not more, than Albany, New York does. I bet you they do, because you got the lake effect right there too. No, I don't know. I know they're on. I know Madison is on the west side of the lake, so most of the time you get the lake effect on the east side. So I don't know. I'm not a weatherman. Cody B says he got a booty pod and a shrimp breeding tank. Nice. Buffalo gets the snow like the up. Yeah. Buffalo gets. Buffalo gets. Buffalo gets scary friggin' snow. So I don't know. I couldn't live in Buffalo's a beautiful area. It is, but I couldn't live there in the wintertime, for real. And Cody B says we got off light last year. The lake effect doesn't really hit the hard lakes, are only in a couple miles in diameter. Yeah, Buffalo didn't get off light. Not around Thanksgiving. I know that. Yeah, Buffalo gets a little cold. It doesn't get as cold as like the upper part of Minnesota or even up in the parts of Canada, but it does get cold. Syracuse and Watertown get a ton of snow. Syracuse is the snowiest town above. Okay, I didn't know that. So that's a cool fact. So I I I would say, I don't know. So they get more than Buffalo. Uh, it's hard to believe, but I don't know the statistics, but I know Syracuse gets a lot. So we average about 40 inches of snow more than. Wow, I didn't know that, Rico. Okay, so you need to drive a Subaru too. Albany doesn't get that much. We do get a lot, but we don't get as much as Western New York. I can tell you that. We will get a freak storm every now and then. I've been living here for 20 years, going on 21, and I believe the biggest storm we got, and people might laugh in certain parts of the country, but it was actually the first year I moved here. I moved here in the very end of November 30th of 2002, and on Christmas Day, just within 24 hours, we got over 20 inches of snow, which is nothing compared to Buffalo on some of their storms. But this is a kid that drove up here from South Alabama in a two-wheel drive pickup, and then my truck was buried With the snow plus the snow drift. I had a 2-wheel drive pickup, no weight in the back, and I was like, people were asking me, "Oh, how do you like the snow?" And I just told everybody from down south that I fucking just moved to hell and it froze over. So that's all I remember telling people is like I moved to hell and it froze over because this place was absolutely a shithole in a 2-wheel drive pickup, no weight in the back, with 20 inches of snow on the ground. It was a joke. So maybe Zen. So, says Buffalo usually gets a few large storms each year, but after Erie freezes, the snow pretty much stops. Ontario doesn't freeze, so oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So yeah, I know last year Buffalo got pounded so hard it wasn't even funny, and that was like the day they got pounded. They started getting pounded that night. It was the weekend before Thanksgiving because I drove out to the OCA, but I left way early because they were predicting a snowstorm, and I-90 goes right through Buffalo. So I left way early. My wife was like wondering why I was leaving so early. I told her to watch the news, and I drove through Buffalo. I hit Buffalo about 8 o'clock in the morning, perfectly fine. So I missed it. But by the time I got to Cleveland, they started they started getting the snow, and by that night, that same day, by that night, they had 4 foot just that night, and they ended up certain parts of Buffalo ended up with well over 6 foot of snow within 48 hours. So that shit was crazy. So So Syracuse, Buffalo, Rochester. Okay, so that's the 3 snow areas, and luckily I don't live in any of them. But I do like the Buffalo area, not in the wintertime. So, anyways, I've been rambling a while. I just wanted to shout out. Sorry, what's in our Botanical Pod Ditty. So I just grabbed a random bag that I already have bagged up for sale to show you guys and talk about a little bit about each one. And I just wanted to shout out the sale again because this sale is like actually really good. Botanical 20 is the coupon code on our website to get 20% off all botanicals. That's our price is already outstanding because I do window shop, and just wanted to spread the love, give the coupon code out. If you guys need anything else, the folks that are here should know that we sell more than botanicals. I sell high-end fish food, water chemicals. We have plants in stock. Um, I'll probably be doing a plant order. Not 100% sure, but I might be doing a plant stock order this Wednesday because I get the new list for my one main supplier comes out every Wednesday evening. So I'll have to see what's on the list. So I may do another plant stock order. But yeah, plants, botanicals, fish food, water chemicals, water or fish medication from Fritz Aquatics. You name it, we got it. Good prices, um, family run, veteran owned, and that's all I got to say about that. But peace out.